Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. A lamp to my feet is your word, a light to my path. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia.
The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Jesus said to his disciples, "As the Father loves me, so I also love you. Remain in my love. If you keep my commandments, you will remain in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commandments and remain in his love. I have told you this so that my joy may be in you and your joy may be complete. This is my commandment. Love one another as I love you. No one has greater love than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. You are my friends if you do what I command you. I no longer call you slaves, because a slave does not know what his master is doing. I have called you friends, because I have told you everything that I heard from my Father. It was not you who chose me, but I who chose you and appointed you to go out and bear fruit that will remain, so that whatever you ask the Father in my name, he will give you. This is my commandment. Love one another." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
These certainly are interesting times we live in. Not the ending of a school year that anybody envisioned back in the fall of 2019. Certainly not the usual graduation ceremonies that we are accustomed to here at Assumption. But there's one thing that is true about this time is you always have a good story to tell. When you are your grandparents' age and going to their 8th grade graduation, you will be able to say that when you were a child, life was different. And it was different. This is different. This is strange and unusual. But it's also good in the sense of, at least for me, this strangeness of this time has focused my priorities differently. What matters in life sort of gets sifted out and brought to the surface, and what ultimately is important really does shine through. The health that God gives us, the gift of family life and family love, sometimes the simple beauty of a day like today means so much in our lives. And throughout the busyness and chaos and struggles that life does present to us, and it certainly will present to us again, we have to have that firm foundation to see beyond all that. to not let it control us, but to know what really matters in life. Family life and love. Knowing that we belong to this great church. We're a member of Christ's body. That we can support each other with our prayers, with our words, and with our actions. That we are redeemed by Christ's sacrifice. Throughout your lives, I hope you can take that with you. That sometimes life is great, sometimes it's just a challenge, but there are a few things that do remain. And that's what we heard in today's gospel. That Christ has his great love for us. He wants us to have a good life here on earth. And part of it is how we treat and care for each other. And part of it is knowing where we have come from and where we are headed. That God has given us all this great gift of life. And made each one of us in this room as the unique individuals that we are. Each one of us with our own talents and abilities. Each one of us with their own struggles and problems. God made us the way we are and who we are for one reason. Because he loves us. And once we know that, once we have that firm foundation, then we can be good and loving to each other. And we can share our faith with each other. And simply be good to each other. So this is an interesting time to live. And you will have stories to tell. But remember that firm foundation. We are created by God, redeemed by Christ's sacrifice, given good people in our lives that are an expression really of God's love for us. And we're people of hope. That is our firm foundation.
Good evening, Assumption students, families, and school staff. I would like to start by thanking everyone in this church for all of your hard work to complete this difficult school year. We would not be here tonight at this ceremony without all of your hard work and effort. Life is very unpredictable. Just as soon as you have it figured out, a new challenge arises that causes us to adapt and adjust our lives. You have had to deal with a major obstacle this school year when we shut down due to the pandemic. We all reacted in different ways. Some of you were quick to change and adapt, and some took a little bit more time. Some were still completing assignments at the very last minute, and that was perfectly okay. The important thing is that you are all able to adjust and overcome this obstacle to complete your final year at Assumption School. Learn from this experience. If you made some mistakes along the way this year, make sure not to repeat them next year. Life is all about learning from experiences and growing as a person. With God by your side, all things are possible. Your life's journey is going to continue in high school as you leave your family here at Assumption. Remember that the only one in control of this unpredictable life is God. He created you and knows your ability. He would never give you more than you can handle. I have found that many obstacles that have been placed in front of me have been placed there for a reason and have made me stronger in my faith and as a person. You will forever be remembered as a class that overcame the pandemic of 2020. You have grown and persevered through this adversity, and we are all so very proud of you. Each one of you has shown that you have the ability to achieve greatness. God has blessed all of us at Assumption by allowing us to know each of you and assist you in your educational journey. We love each and every one of you very much. Remember that you are always a part of our Assumption family, and we will always be here for you if you ever need anything. Would all of you please stand and join me in congratulating the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary class of 2020. Thank you, and God bless you all.